our week 11 weigh-in. So let's go ahead and jump on the scales, see how you ladies did, and see where we stand after 11 weeks. Can you believe it's been 11 weeks? All right, let's weigh in.
Crystal 110.6.
Janine 189.8.
Kristen Teeter 261.9.
Aisha Fowler 222.4.
Melissa Hager
206.2.
Paula 166.7.
And I do have some standings. We have some place movement this week, which is kind of exciting. So in first place, losing 3.5 pounds last week, 62.3 pounds in the last 11 weeks, 19.2%, Kristen. Girlfriend, I mean, 62 pounds in 11 weeks, whatever. I have a feeling you're going to cross that 65 by next week. Anyway, awesome job. Second place, down 1.2 last week, 18.2 overall, 14.13%, Crystal. Good job, Crystal. In the midst of moving and packing and just really telling that stress where to go and being intentional. So proud of you, girl. Third place, moving up to third place, down 2.6 pounds last week, 25.3, 12.24%, Jennifer Strickland, moving up to third place. The question is, can you hold it in the last week? That's like the highest you've been. I know, maybe you were second. Anyway, awesome job moving up to third place. In fourth place, down 2.8 pounds last week, 31.2, 12.14%. So 0.1% behind third place. Aisha. In fifth place, up a little bit this week, but down 17.8 total, 12.04%, Kayla, fifth place. In sixth place, down 0.7 this week, 22.5, 11.89%, Paula. In seventh place, down 2.6 this week, 21.4 altogether, 10.1%, Janine, seventh place. In eighth place, down 2.4 pounds this last week, 19 altogether, 10.11%, Jen Rashford, moving up to eighth place. In ninth place, right behind her, up 0.4 this week, down 23.7 in 11 weeks, 9.92%, Sarah. And in 10th place, down 1.8 pounds this week while being at a Disney wedding on vacation in Florida with everybody else who is not on her plan. But I mean, come on, like goes to a Disney wedding with Mickey waffles filled with some kind of Dole whipped cream and still manages to be down 1.8 pounds, 18.4 pounds in the past 11 weeks, 8.19%, Melissa. Down in 11 weeks, 263.7 pounds. 263.7 pounds in the past 11 weeks. You 10 ladies, awesome job. And so we just finished up our 11th week, which means we have 1 week left in our first phase. We have 1 week left in this competition phase of these 12 weeks. And so tonight we're going to chat about a couple different things that is going to help you not only finish strong, but help you gain momentum, because even though we are wrapping this final week in this phase, we literally are rolling into another phase. And so we're not really finishing. We're really just getting started. We're just transitioning into another phase. And most of us have grown up in diet culture. Most of us have spent a long time in diet culture where we get this, I don't know, it's this really strange mindset of finishing. Like it's like I'm almost done, right? And this is something that most of us have been taught or groomed or trained, or we've witnessed. So now we do it. And we naturally look forward to, think about it. When we get towards the end of a deadline at work, or if we have an event that we're a part of, or that we're putting together, or that we, think about anything that you are a part of that adds more to your life, whether it's, I'm not going to say more stress, because stress is a choice, but it puts more on your plate, right? So often we can get in this mindset of, oh, I'm almost done. Oh, I'm almost done. Versus, and what happens when people get almost done? Anybody know what happens when people tend to round the finish line?
Slow down.
Slack off.
You
Yeah.
slow down, you slack off.
The gray zone
And-
becomes less important.
The gray zone actually becomes the place we live. Totally.
You're not on your A game anymore. Like you okay. And yeah, you get blindsided sometimes.
Right, because we're almost done. And so human nature is to naturally take the gas off the pedal. That's human nature, okay? Human nature, when we see the finish line, it's to take the gas off, to take our foot off the gas, okay? Now let me ask you, what do elite athletes do? What do professionals do? What do business people do that towards the end of the year?
They
Train
harder.
finish
Or a
strong.
sprinter or an Olympic athlete running a marathon, what do they do when they see the finish line?
They
push harder.
Run harder.
They lean forward.
They lean forward, they lean in. That's where they go into the reserves and they get out, they muster up, they find, I hope you just heard that word, they find the extra oomph. They demand more out of themselves in the home stretch. Now, if everyday average people expect less out of themselves in the home stretch, and professionals and athletes and people that have been, they demand more. Do you know the difference?
I think they finish without excuses. I think my husband does triathlons and he was biking 112 miles and his seat broke. He had to do 47 miles standing up on hills because it was just the spike of the bike. But he was determined to finish and he was in a lot of pain, but he finished.
Yeah. But can I tell you what? It's because they've trained to finish strong.
Mm-hmm.
They trained to finish strong. They made finishing strong a habit. They made not quitting. See, quitting and taking the pedal off, taking the foot off the pedal, that's also a habit that most of us have practiced enough that it's become a habit. It's become our mindset. And then what happens is we start saying things like, well, it's just the way I think. Well, it's just the way I am. It's just the way I was made. No. So what that's telling, my creator, we were all made to be great. We were all made to win. Different areas, right? But it's not like one person was put here to, you're going to do great and you're going to win and you're going to do awesome. But you, honey, you get to be the example of what not to do in this life. Like, that's not our lot in life. Like, that's not what any of us were handed, but it's what we've accepted out of ourselves. It's the standard prior to today that we have accepted out of ourselves. And it starts with those little voices whispering in our head. We talk about so often in the past 11 weeks of life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we're not responsible for the thoughts that come into our brain, but we are responsible for what we do with them. And so it's that first little thought that says, oh, we're almost done. Oh, this is almost over. So when we look at an Olympic athlete, when we look at a sprinter, when a sprinter rounds that corner and they see the finish line, they see the target, they go into their reserves and they pull out, they find extra to propel them through the finish line, to finish strong. I want to transition into this because, I was listening to last week's call with the All-Stars and I heard a common phrase. So last week, anybody remember the question you were asked last week during the call? And what I heard I heard a lot of, I want to be here. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be at my goal weight. I heard a lot of wants is what I heard. And one of the things that, life and death's in the power of the tongue. And there's a difference between want and will. There is a difference between want and will. So let's think about want for a second. Want is a statement of commitment? Want is a statement of desire. It's a statement of like, I desire to do whatever. Nothing more, nothing less. Want is a statement of desire. It comes from the part of the brain where your emotions live. I want ice cream. I want a good marriage. I want to be skinny. I want to be able to shop in any clothing section I want to. I want to be able to shop at any store. I want a good marriage. I want to change jobs. That's like a preference. It comes from, again, the same part of the brain where all your emotions come from. And unfortunately, most people live in that part of the brain. They live in the emotional part. Their emotions run their life. And so most of us have a habit of saying things like, I want to be at my goal weight. I want to shop here. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to have a business. I want to change careers. I want a new job. That's a desire. But unfortunately, most people's desires stay right there. But when you say, I will, when you say, I will be at 130 pounds, I will be married, I will have 2 babies, I will have a new career that is flourishing and thriving, and I will be happy within the next year. I will have a brand new wardrobe. I want to have a brand new wardrobe. I will have a brand new wardrobe. Do you hear the difference in those two things? But most of our vocabulary is based on wants. And then we wonder why we have a disconnect between our, what we call dreams and goals, and then the things we actually do. First off, it starts with what we're saying. It starts with what we're speaking. It starts with what's coming out of our mouths. I'm not going to not claim where I'm going because of the what if. I'm not going to not say I will be 130 pounds, 22% body fat by this date because of what ifs. What ifs can freaking take a flying hike off of a tall cliff. So what are your what ifs? All those things that come into your brain when you get these goals, these things that flash in your brain. Oh yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? F the what if. Tell the what if to get lost. No, I'm going here. This is what I'm doing. It's time you started believing in the things you say you want. And it starts with I will, which is you believing. It's you walking in faith, not sitting in fear.
So when I hit my goal weight, I will be wearing the swimsuit that I have on my page from that Venus is wearing. No, Serena's wearing. It's a blue top with a pink bottom. I will have a budget of about $5,000. That was the same budget I had in my mind, Carmen. About $5,000 just to really buy some really nice clothes. And for me, I will rent something with the top down just because, just to celebrate something with the top down.
When you're saying I will, how does that feel coming out of your mouth?
It's, so funny you say that because last week it felt fake. I remember saying, I was like, something's not right. I want to say it and I want to state it and I want to believe it. I kept saying that to myself and I didn't have the words. Like, this has been an amazing session because I didn't have the words. I believed it, but it was fake. And that will is just so strong. It's so strong because you're believing it. So you're doing everything you can to really hit it and reach it. So I think it's really being able to, not be afraid to dream.
Yeah.
A lot of times we had so many failures and, and just what you said before was so strong about, it's not that one fail. It's just keep going. Just because you have a little hiccup, keep going in everything, right? That's in your, for me, it's very relevant for my career is just keep moving, keep going. I know I will be a VP. Like I just know it. And so it's like, if it's not here, it's okay. It's just, you got to keep going and keep driving toward that. No different in this weight loss journey because it's really a journey right now. And I've achieved goals that I only would have dreamed of in this short period of time. I've reached weights that I haven't seen in years, literally 13 years. So now I know I can get there. I know I can get there. I have no doubt that I will get there.
I will be a size 4 and replacing my whole closet. I'll spend about $3,000. And I will be on stage speaking to millions of people wearing a small shirt and some cute jeans and high heels and a nice jacket and my makeup done. And I will be a New York Times bestselling author.
And what's the one thing you're going to do to celebrate when you hit that goal?
I'm going to wear a bikini on the beach.
Yes. That red one?
Yes, it'll probably be a smaller one by then. So.
That's awesome. It probably will be, or it will be.
It will be. I will be wearing a smaller bathing suit.
Good job. Good job.
Well, I am super excited because my workout closet will be half empty. Because that's currently where all my size 6s and 4s are living. So they'll be back in my closet. I'll be spending about $1,500 doing some updates because things are out of style. And I'm going to conquer the freedom phase so that I will be walking confidently on the beach in my swimsuit with my husband, fit and tone.
When I just hit my goal, what I'm going to do is I would like to spend $200 from Buckle. I will spend $200 from Victoria's Secret for shopping with my husband because he got really excited about that. That was really exciting to hear him share that excitement with me. Yeah, and I will be an instructor, whether it's through Beachbody or somewhere else, teaching or helping and being able to encourage. And but I will be debt free and I'll have an orderly home. And I want to celebrate my goals by having a photo shoot with my family and my new self, my new right size body.
So I hadn't picked out a clothing budget, but I am going to replace every piece of clothing in my closet except for 2. I tend to be a frugal shopper, but one of my goals is to not feel guilty about spending $100 or $200 on an outfit because I know I'll be able to wear it for a long time. So that kind of was my like benchmark per se. I will be going on a trip somewhere warm. I haven't picked out the exact location, probably the Carolinas, but haven't narrowed it down there. And I will be at my goal weight in the right size body by November 1st.
Well, what's one store that you will shop at that's like, I will shop here?
When it comes to clothes, that's hard for me. There's other stores that I'd rather spend money. Free People. I'm gonna buy something from Free People. That would be the first one that comes to my mind.
We'll spend $2,000 on a new wardrobe. Macy's, I don't know yet where. I'm just going to find some places that sell pretty clothes, and I'm going to buy tighter t-shirts, because right now I wear loose t-shirts because tight t-shirts show my rolls, right? So I'm not going to have any more rolls, so I'm going to buy tight t-shirts. Victoria's Secret, all new bras and underwear, new bathing suit for the beach that I will wear without a cover-up. I will be hiking mountains because I love hiking, and always before I've just been too out of shape. I get too tired, I get too hot, all those things. So I will be hiking mountains. I will spend $2,000 on a wardrobe. I will enjoy all the road trips and all the hiking and all the exploring that we love to do. I will be at 20% body fat, and I will be teaching people how to live healthy.
All right. This is really a different thought pattern for me, because it really, I will be doing and going places that I have never been before. One example is, I was just looking at, while you gave us our question, I'm trying to quickly cram into the stores that are available in the local outlet store. I'm going to be buying things and finding out what are truly in these stores, not just walking past them going, shh, they don't have my size, just forget about what's going on them. So there's a lot I'm going to be educated as to where, I know that, with shopping with my daughter, Banana Republic, Ann Taylor, Chico's, White House Black Market, those type of places, I will be buying things. And thanks to a shopping trip with Jen, I will be buying things at Victoria's Secrets. And, but I'm going to be going somewhere I've never been before to celebrate reaching my goal. I am going to be going to Ireland. I'm going to be going first class. I'm a travel agent. I can set those things up, and other people are welcome to come with me. If nobody else comes with me, I'm still going. As for the budget for the clothes, I'm really thinking, because I will have nothing at that point will fit. So, I'm really thinking with the types of stores that I think that I'm looking at, between $4,000 and $5,000. And I'm going to be wearing like cool shoes and cool boots, because I won't have to get the wide calf boots anymore. It'll actually fit into some sexy shoes.
So I will have a budget for $5,000 or more for the clothes. And I am going to hire a fashionista to do my shopping for me. So I do not have the names of the places where I'm shopping, because Costco is my favorite current store and they don't sell extra small. So now I don't fit into anything that they sell there anymore. Darn it all to pieces. I will be in the best shape ever to have children of my own. And I will have office pictures redone for my office, but only when my hair gets past my ears. So I don't know when that's going to be either.
So this is a very good exercise, because I didn't realize that I wasn't committed to my vision until now. So thank you for this. I had to hurriedly write out some things, and I was like, oh my gosh, where am I going to shop? What am I going to do? So first of all, I will be going to buy some backpacking clothes, because nothing will fit me anymore. And to celebrate, I'm going to kidnap Chris's son, and we're going to the Grand Canyon. We are going to go backpack through the Grand Canyon. In November, on November 1st, my husband's birthday actually, is when I'm going to hit my goal weight of 115 pounds, be a size 4. And we might celebrate with him first, and then we'll go backpacking. And then we'll have a photo shoot in November. We'll have some cute fall clothes. Actually, we're gonna all wear flannel, and I'm not gonna look like a lumberjack. It's gonna be cute.
That's awesome. So how does it feel to now now speak with commitment towards your goals versus what you were doing?
It feels real.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy, ladies? How changing this simple thing makes all the freaking difference. Now imagine you putting this into every area. Imagine literally going through your life and doing an audit and seeing where you're using. And listen, they're both 4-letter words. Will and want, they're both 4-letter words that start with W, but we get to pick which one we will use in our life.
So I turned 40 years old in December this year. God, this is awful here. And so I will be Mel 150 by my 40th birthday. And I am really excited to have a new wardrobe. And I don't know that I know for my stage clothes, what I do comedy in and stand up and hosting and emceeing, I want a subscription. Because I will be at a size that I can stay at, and it will be like, I just know this is what size I wear. So I want to be able to have a subscription so I can have the coolest, raddest, baddest, awesomest, shiniest, sparkliest clothes. And I will probably spend about $5,000 on shoes, because I'm with a couple of the other girls. I'm redoing the shoes. I've always had to wear what I can function in, not what I actually really want to wear. So I've dabbled in that like a tiny bit this year, and it is so freaking fun. So fun.
So coming into week 12, this is where we intentionally put the pedal to the metal. This is where we reach down and we find the extra reserves. This is where we choose to finish strong. This is where we run through the finish line, and we're building momentum that'll carry us in to the next half, the phase 2 of this. But finishing strong doesn't happen by chance. It only happens by choice. And so this week, each and every one of us gets to choose whether we're more present, we're more committed, we're more active, we push harder in our workouts, we're more accurate in our measurements, we're more positive with our words, we're more intentional with what we're claiming we will do. And all that stuff only happens by choice. It will never happen by chance. And so I'm so proud of how far you've come, but I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and we are just getting warmed up, and we are just getting started. And so next week is our final weigh-in. Next week, we will crown a winner, and we will see who is the winner of season 4 of The Biggest Transformation. So we will see you next week in the final.